Welcome to the VarsityKansas.com Big Show. I'm Joanna Chadwick of the Wichita Eagle and VarsityKansas.com, and we are taping here at KSN. My guest today is Goddard softball coach Rita Smith. Thanks for being here, Coach.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be on.
Well, Rita, I put out a plea last week on the live chat, and Coach Rooney came through. Actually, it was on Twitter.
Yeah, I had some choice words for Coach Rooney.
But you love things like this.
Oh yeah, it's a challenge. I love challenges.
Right. Well, let's talk about your team, though. You have a very good softball team. I got to see you guys beat Eisenhower last week. Talk a little bit about just what makes this team so special. I mean, can you pick one area? Is it pitching, hitting, defense?
It's a total team effort. I mean, it starts from the top with my two leaders, two seniors that have been with me, for 4 years, Morgan Bohannon and Megan Doherty. Those two gals, in the 3 years, they 2 league championships, 2 regional championships. Their freshman year, 3rd place in 6A state, and then 4th place last year. So that's a pretty good track record.
That is pretty good. And Morgan, of course, is going to KU.
Right, correct.
And the interesting thing that I saw with you guys is, of course, teams are really focused in on making sure Morgan does not hurt them, because she can. She's got such a good bat, doesn't she?
Definitely. She's not getting the best pitches to swing at, and she's be the first one to admit she's not hitting like she can, and she's getting a little antsy at the plate, swinging at bad pitches, and we talked about it. She's going to come through, no doubt about it in my mind.
Well, I think it was so funny because after I saw you guys against Eisenhower, we were talking about the hitting on this team. It's so good through the entire lineup that it kind of makes me laugh when you're like, yeah, and we're not even where we could be. That's pretty amazing.
Exactly.
Just how strong is this lineup that teams pretty soon are not going to be able to just focus in on Morgan?
No. 1 through 9, I mean, and I kind of changed things around second game, and those girls, I mean, it's competition out there. They know if they're hitting, they're going to be in the lineup.
Talk about your defense a little bit too. How strong is that defense?
I have 4 outfielders that can go get a ball. Infield wise, we're pretty solid defensively.
Yeah, that infield is very strong. I mean, it just seems like no matter what position it is, you've got someone who's going to be able to scoop that ball up.
I return, 3 infielders, and then a great addition with Tally Shepard, freshman, stepping in at second. So
yeah,
they're gelling pretty good.
Well, she surprised me just with the amount of speed that she has. That was fun to watch.
She's been definitely a blessing.
I've talked before on this show about pitching, and of course you guys do have a strong pitching too. One of the things that I think in softball, and it's important really probably in any sport, but I think in softball it's so obvious how much a little speed can help you out.
I've always preached, you can't teach speed. I mean, you're either blessed with it or you're not. And with, speed like that, you can just put pressure on the defense, and it's all about, putting the ball in play, making things happen.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about your league. You've got coming up games with Mays and Mays South. Those are tough games. How?
Tough games. Well, our primary focus right now is the next game, which is this coming Friday against Arc City. And then after that, we follow up with the Mays week. Got Mays South on Tuesday, and Mays, the last regular home game against Mays on Friday.
It's so weird to me in volleyball and softball where you can be done with home games so early in the season. It's so frustrating, right?
Yes.
Talk about having to play Mays South and Mays back-to-back. I mean, those are programs that are very strong, and Mays South is a little bit young, and Mays has had some changes too, but you got to be ready, and you got to be prepared.
Oh, yeah. You just got to go out there and compete, and hopefully not make a lot of mistakes.
How much can a tough league help prepare you for regionals?
Oh, I think that was a result last year in our regional when we went out to Great Bend. Our first round game was against Valley Center, another league team. We ended up beating them in the come from behind in the last inning, and then beat an undefeated Great Bend team. to get out of our regionals.
Well, in that regional this year, it doesn't seem to be any lighter because, of course, you've got Valley Center, you've got May South, you've got Great Bend and Eisenhower.
Yes, it's a tough regional.
Well, and it seems so difficult. I mean, I know the state bases it all on geography, but this area is very strong for softball, and it's hard to see. A good team is going to be staying home.
Right. Unfortunately, so yes, it's like a miniature state.
That's exactly right. That's a good point. All right, let's talk a little bit about the umpires. I mean, I know we see it in basketball where it's hard to find find officials anymore, and certainly in softball. I swear I've seen these guys since the first day I covered a softball game.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not seeing any younger umpires out there, and the older ones, there's been some really good ones that have passed away, in the past 3 to 4 years.
Why do you think that is? That there's just not people wanting to officiate?
It's a great sport. It's obviously faster than baseball. My assistant coach last year, he ended up getting another job, but he made the transfer from baseball to softball and absolutely loved it. So, I think if these umpires, baseball-wise, would try softball, that would be a different story there.
It's really too bad to see it happen because you don't want it to affect the quality of the game either, which is probably going to be inevitable.
Right.
All right, well, I want to talk with you a little bit more on a personal side too, and Coach Rooney also suggested this. But not only have you been coaching forever, I mean, almost 25 years now, 13 at Goddard, right? But a couple years ago you you dealt with cancer. How much was softball a help in getting through all that?
Honestly, I look back at, and I've talked to people in my department and family and friends, I really don't know how I did it because I'm so tired right now and I'm healthy, and but it was my outlet. It just, seeing the girls there every day and, looking forward to the games, that was my outlet. And not only through, my faith and my support family and friends, that got me through it, no doubt in my mind.
Well, and how much did those girls too? I mean, because I'm sure that they were scared.
Oh, yes.
But how much did they kind of just...
They took me under their wings, so to speak, and, they knew when I was having a bad day, and they definitely got me through it.
We talk a lot of coaches will throw out there, family over everything, and talking about your program being like that.
Right.
How much more did that even kind of help your program kind of solidify that family, like we are a family?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we're a softball family, and we're together. I mean, and they will tell you we practice a long time, and we probably spend more time together than they do with their own families right now during softball season.
Well, that's great. Well, good. Well, glad to have you still around, and thank you so much for joining my show.
Thank you.
All right, and that is the VarsityKansas.com Big Show. Be sure to join me next week. If you have ideas on who I should have on my show, please feel free to contact me. You can catch me on Twitter at Joanna Chadwick, or you can email me with any story ideas at jchadwick@wichitaeagle.com.